security. Topic is server system architectures. Server system architectures are categorized into two types, which is transaction servers and data servers. Transaction server systems are also known as query server systems, which provide an interface to which clients can send requests to perform an action, in the response to which they execute the action and send back results to the client. And the second is data server systems, which allows clients to interact with the server by making requests to read or update data in units such as files or pages. Now our next topic is classification of database management system. So there are several criteria which can be used to classify DBMS. If the classification is based on data model, it is divided into two types: relational data model and object oriented data model. If the classification is based on user numbers, like how many numbers of users are simultaneously using the system, so there are two types of system: single user system and multi-user system. And if the classification is based on database distribution, it's again divided into two: centralized and distributed. But this distributed is also divided into two, which is homogeneous and heterogeneous. So this is the image of single user system and multi-user system, and this is the image, these are the images of centralized system and distributed. In centralized system, what happens, there's only one node which performs all the tasks, but in distributed system there are different nodes, 2 to 3 nodes, which are connected among each other, and the tasks are separate for each. Next topic is, why is database design important? Database design provides us some kind of blueprint of how the data is going to be stored in the system. It's a proper design of a database, and it highly affects the overall performance of any application. The designing principles defined for a database give a clear idea of the behavior of any application and how the requests are processed. Another instance to emphasize the database design is that proper database design meets all the requirements of the user. The next is the database design. Database design can be generally defined as a collection of tasks or processes that enhance the designing, development, implementation, and maintenance of enterprise data management system. It simply means mapping of conceptual model to implementation model. Mapping the conceptual model to an implementation model. It has 6 phases. First one is requirements collection and analysis. Second one is conceptual database design. Third one is choice of DBMS. Fourth one is data model mapping, also known as logical database design. Fifth one is physical database design, and the last one is database system implementation and tuning. This is the diagram. This diagram represents the integration of database design with application development. Now these are the phases of database design. First one is requirement collections and analysis. It has identifying users, interacting with users to gather requirements. It consumes some more time, but it's very important. The second phase is conceptual database design. It produces a conceptual schema for the database that is independent for specific DBMS. It involves 2 parallel activities. First one is conceptual schema design, and the second was it in transaction and application design. Then we have 2 types of approaches in conceptual schema design. The first one is centralized schema design approach. It's also known as a one-shot approach. The requirements of different applications and user groups are merged into one single set of requirements, and then the single schema is designed. But in view integration, the second one, view integration approach, the schema is designed for each user group first, and then the schemas are merged into a global conceptual schema during the view integration phase.